Bill Donovan, a sophomore, did a great job. Stanford and the Gomes Wildcats get across midcourt. Stanford. Manny Gomes. Just bad situation. Derek Panora had slipped and Manny Gomes just threw the ball away. Manny just went into a bunch of Milton players and just really was no place for him to go or anything to do. Timlin for three. Short. Wildcats getting hurt on the boards. Donovan blocked, but however put in by Scott McCabe. Milton doing it on the boards. Doing a very nice job on the boards. They've scored the last four, 12-10. And that is where Steve Anzalone, with the two fouls early, kind of puts the Wildcats in a tough situation. It's Salinas. Stanford gets the pick from Manny Gomes, comes up short. The Wildcats out of the timeout. Doing a whole heck of a lot. And Milton doing a great deal as Nate Farrar will come into the game. Gomes with a kick, reset the clock. It's the IABO tournament, or the officials from IABO for 54 who run it. It's been a very, very entertaining tournament over the years. We brought you a few of the finals. Lovely shot, doesn't go. McCabe and Panora tie up jump ball. Possession arrow belongs in favor of the Wildcats, who lead 12-10. And it's played in this tournament, as mentioned a year ago. First round beating Cohasset. Great ball game we brought you on Channel 23. Tommy McGinnis down the stretch and Kenny Romig. Some big plays. Richie Gomes thought about it. Gomes just tried to jam something there that was not there, and Richie with the turnover is Milton with a chance to tie or take the lead. Timlin knocked away. Stanford about his third steal of the game. John can't finish. And traveling on the rebound action. There's a break. Ryan O'Malley came down and just shuffled the feet. Timmy Karolexis for Richie Gomes in the Wildcat lineup. So Karolexis, Stanford, Panora in there as Stanford partially tipped. And picked up by Bill Donovan. Nathan Farrar, Matt Salinas, Derek Panora. Salinas has been getting pieces of a lot of passes here in this first half. That is 8:05 remaining. They lead by 2. They had a good run, 6-point run to get a 12-6 lead, but Ryan O'Malley taking steps. But since the timeout, sort of leveled off a little, though Milton got 2 quick baskets. Both teams really struggling offensively. Karolexis, Wildcats handle the pressure. Will be a key. Nathan Farrar doesn't hit the first shot. Loose ball. And it had already gone out of bounds when Nathan grabbed at it. It will be Weymouth basketball. Chris Byron checks in the game for Milton. Rashawn Timlin. Timlin hit 3-pointer early, but since then really hasn't had a heck of a lot. Stanford finds Panora, fakes, and Derek travels. 3 seconds on Matt Salinas. Derek also shuffled the feet. 12-10, 7:21 to go first half. And traveling down the other end on Ryan O'Malley. Sophomore has traveled 2 or 3 times in his limited playing appearance. It's just been a tough time for Ryan. He's been so eager to make the move, and Stanford gets called for the steps. John got trapped, had no one to go to, and well, right now the Wildcats get the steal. Tim Karolexis off the Stanford deflection. Tim in trouble, reloads. Nothing was there. Stanford, nothing there on the drive. Nathan Farrar. Oh, the Wildcats get a little careless and get lucky. Panora. Some accidental offense for the Wildcats. They get a break. Panora getting the rebound. And now a struggling first half for both of these teams. Wildcats have tried to force some passes that aren't there, and, well, Milton's had a tough time as well. 12-10. Stanford, good move. Doesn't get the roll. There's the rebound, Scott McCabe. John made a good move. Just didn't get the roll. Three goes for Greg Lovely. It's been a play that Milton has been trying to run. And now they're able to run it successfully and get the lead. But the Wildcats get the lead right back with Derek Panora on the nice reverse move. Derek, that's a good start. 14-13 Weymouth. McCabe off with a shot. And Panora gets fouled. 24, Bill Donovan picks up the first Milton foul. Principal big steal in the middle of your picture. He'll be retiring after next year. Kidding him. I said he's going to have his number retired up in the rafters. Really, he's had a lot of events through, doesn't matter if it's sports or the theater club, he's there. And he's a great supporter. It's Matt Salinas. Doesn't get the shot. Panora, the rebound. Stanford will get it back out. Nothing was there for John. Takes it back in. Kids, don't do that often at home. That is a heck of a move. 16-13 Weymouth. And Sean Murphy will come in for Matt Salinas. John Fleming rotated the troops liberally here in this first half. John doesn't get the foul shot. Panora gets a big rebound. Derek has done a very, very nice job here in the early going on the board. Stanford. Nothing there. Tim Alexis in a lot of trouble. Gets pushed around. John Fleming yelled out and get banged. Stanford pulls up. Doesn't get the roll. Sean Murphy over the back on the foul. Well, Wildcats fourth team, Murphy's first. As the Wildcats squeeze at the head of the zone, make the play. Stanford makes a heck of a play just to get around and score. Boy, John just did a heck of a job just to catch the pass, avoid Sean Timlin, and head to the hoop for the basket. Weymouth by 5, 18-13. They've done things very nicely here in this first half. Nate Farrar, yes, nice steal, Nathan. And he loops to Stanford. John travels, however. Eddie Miller with a call. John, too eager, saw the opening to the hoop and tried to just go quickly up with it. There's Robert O'Brien back in. 18-13, 4:25 to go first half. John Stanford having to come out. Trouble with the uniform, apparently. Wildcats have extended that 1-2, 1-1 look. They've done a good job in bothering Milton here in this first half. Carol Alexis. And the Wildcats and Milton just turn it over. Scott McCabe just couldn't hang on to that hot pass. Murphy to Carol Alexis. Oh, Murphy gets the feed and scores from Derek Panora. Derek has tried that back over the head pass a few times, and that time he was able to get it to Sean Murphy. Was surprised. And the Wildcats go up by 7 with 3:57 to go first half. Sean Murphy will be going to the line and try to complete the three-point play. Coaches galore here at this tournament. A couple of those coaches are scouting Milton, who will be playing in Division II. We showed you quickly Mitch Kaliga, Ponequit, and then Jim Bergoli of Wareham. They're trying to get a peek at potential future opponents. 2013, 3:40 to go first half. Oh, strong move there. Murphy gets the rebound on the McCabe miss. McCabe made a nice move. Problem was McCabe had too much on the shot. Weymouth by 7 in the ball. And the steal. Great play, Tim Carroll-Alexis. Even though he'll get called for a foul and disagree with it. Timmy Carroll-Alexis just to hustle back into play and knock it there. Away from Sean Timlin. John Stanford comes back in, but the thing is, prevented the hoop. The Wildcats won it. I thought Tim got all ball as Timlin. Now it ends up. The Wildcats will get possession. It ends up in the whole wash, so to speak. The Wildcats don't get away the hoop and have a chance to extend their lead. Stanford for Carroll-Alexis. Nathan Farrar in trouble, kicks it back out. 10 on the shot clock. 5 on the shot clock. McCabe gets caught holding underneath. Wildcats get bailed out. Bart Weber away. Joe Kelly come back and helping out. Tim Carroll-Alexis gets bumped and taking the shot. Doesn't get it. Robert O'Brien the rebound. 2:30 to go first half. Timlin open. Off with a shot, Farrar the rebound. Since the early going, the Wildcats have gotten tougher on the boards. Stanford, great move. Blocking foul. And to change tapes, John Stanford threw the foul on Sean Timlin. Couldn't get a jumper to go. Loose ball underneath. Derek Panora comes out with it. Well, it's been like last year in a lot of ways. Stanford bringing it back. Wildcats with 1:45 to go, up by 7. Milton changing up to a 3-2 look as far as the zone goes. Murphy with 5 seconds. Nathan Farrar finds the opening. That is just a very nice move on the drop step by Nathan Farrar. Good head and shoulder move and used the drop step perfectly for the bank off the glass. 22-13. Tipped away, Stanford. Wildcats don't have the numbers, but John pulls up and hits. 24-13, a minute to go first half. The Wildcats just doing a lot of very nice things. Milton exposing the ball, the Wildcats taking full advantage of it. And they've done it without Steve Anzalone in the lineup. Panora, nice play in the block. Derek just went up and put it back into the face of Bill Donovan. Bill Donovan, who's been able to get off some shots underneath. That time the Wildcats, who can kill a lot of the clock. 10 seconds difference on the clock. 26 seconds to go. The Wildcats will play some clock. Leave Milton with as little as they can. Sean Murphy, bad pass. And the layup goes for Robert O'Brien. Stops the Wildcat. 12-0 run. 7 seconds left. Stanford. And the Wildcats get sloppy at the end of the first half. But they will go off the court despite the sloppiness. Up by 9. Weymouth 24-15 at the break. Second half coming up for you on Channel 23 in just a moment. Second half is underway. As we were just getting everything going, Bill Donovan hits a jump shot. Donovan lit
My hair in 52 days.
So, I haven't washed mine in months.
I don't want to know. Everybody out. Out.
Gentlemen, the lady's asking us to leave.
Get out. Take your muffins. Out.
with 12. Steve Anzalone had 2 quick fouls. John Nair Steele and Sean Timlin. In the lane, McCabe. Milton a little more patient in attacking the Wildcat zone. 26-19. Second half begins with a little brisker pace than how the first half went. Wildcats a 6-0 run and a 12-0 run in that first half. Manny Gomes. Baseline move, strong play, Manny. Manny with 4, 28-19. The Wildcats, the 1-3-1 has bothered Milton. Timlin. That's one way to rectify the situation if you're Milton. Timlin's second 3. Carol Alexis in the Wildcats trying to get something going. Manny Gomes in trouble. Stanford, 10 on the shot clock. Carol Alexis, 5 on the shot clock. Stanford will have to fire. And doesn't go as the Wildcats never really get anything that tripped down. Greg Lovely the rebound. It was really nothing for the Wildcats offensively. There was no movement of the ball. It was just a lot of dribble. No penetration. Timlin, no. Anzalone the rebound. 28-22. Weymouth, second half, just over 2.5 minutes old. Stanford gets the pick and comes up short. John might have got bumped, but Milton coming back. Timlin. Grab. Panora or Manny Gomes. Take your choice. And the Wildcats. Manny Gomes picks up his first. It's a 6-point Weymouth lead. Milton with the basketball as the Wildcats. Richie Gomes. Oh, man, Eddie Miller says with a push, a little bit late. Tough call. As you look at Chris Byron, the junior guard, hitting the first. 28-23. Weymouth by 5. And Richie Gomes the rebound. Being very, very tough defensively. Manny Gomes in trouble. Just throws a pass that he's fortunate for the Wildcats to maintain possession. Nowhere under it. And Scott McCabe knocked it out of bounds. Anzalone helps out. 12 on the shot clock. Manny Gomes with 8. Manny can't dance at home. McCabe the rebound. Wildcats had some decent looks, but just not able to knock things down. Jumper Ramon Soto doesn't go. Scott McCabe on the foul on the rebound action. Wildcats, Manny Gomes, Richie Gomes, John Stanford, Derek Panora, Steve Anzalone. They're 5. Ramon Soto, Chris Byron. And Ryan O'Malley is out there along with Greg Lovely. And Bill Donovan. Those are the 5 for Milton High School. Manny Gomes, 3, way off the mark. Stanford tried to tip it around and couldn't. And he just took a look and gunned. Byron nearly tipped away. Skip past the Lovely. Tough jumper doesn't go for the Milton. Boy, Greg Lovely just tried. Nathan Ferrara in for Manny Gomes. John Fleming just trying to get that combination that he had that had good success at the end of the first half, in the latter part. And the Wildcats just controlled. Did it with defense. Stanford has trouble. Nathan Ferraris, the Wildcats, try to run some motion. 10 on the shot clock. Problem is the motion's above the three-point line as John Stanford got it to go. He's got 16. 30-23. The motion was being started way outside, and for the Wildcats, they're able to get something out of it, but they'd like to get it a little closer. Lovely dared. Nathan Ferraz said, take it. Greg Lovely made it. His second three. Richie Gomes against the pressure. Wildcats don't attack. They will reload. Richie Gomes. Nathan Ferraz tries to answer. Doesn't get the roll. Weymouth will maintain possession. 10:41 left, 30-26. John Fleming says, timeout. Wants to get everything back in gear. Wildcats with Weymouth High, 5-4, 30-26. 10:41 remaining. Weymouth by 4, 30-26. But at one point, 24-13. Skip Mortimer, hand the ball to Nathan Farrar. And the Wildcats, after gaining possession on the ball that was knocked out of bounds in the rebound, have 30 seconds. Stanford, blocking fouls. John, nice move to the hoop. Gets blocked by Ryan O'Malley. And John Stanford will earn 2 at the line. The junior guard. Can't get the first to go. He's now over 2 at the line. It's not the usual John Stanford. One out of 2 for Stanford. 31-26. He's got 17 Wildcat points. Weymouth's points. I keep saying Wildcat. I'm used to saying for just Weymouth. There's 2 Wildcat teams here. Ooh, John Stanford near steal for Weymouth. 12 on the shot clock. Lovely is Ferrara on top of him. And Lovely just took him baseline very neatly. He's got 8 to lead Milton. 31-28. And Weymouth, we see Milton climb back into this one. And doing it with a little bit tougher defense that they're used to playing. And Ryan O'Malley with the body commits the foul. O'Malley second, Milton with 3. Team fouls here in the second half. Manny Gomes guns it out to Derek Panora. John Stanford, baseline, draws the foul. 44, Ramon Soto with the grab. Stanford for 2 as Soto checks out. And John Stanford. Boy, he's just not getting any kind bounces at the foul line. 1 for 4. Two out of 5. Stanford, Weymouth High, back by 4. And they extend the defense to three-quarter court. Byron. Wildcats, Greg Lovely. It will go, and he will go to the line for the three-point play opportunity. Milton has climbed back into this one. Now, when Lovely hit that three-pointer over Nathan Farrar, he's used the ball fake and gets the baseline to himself. He's been able to get 2 good drives to the hoop. He's got 10 for the Wildcats of Milton. Weymouth by 2. Richie Gomes, nothing there. Manny fakes. Manny, offensive foul. Ryan O'Malley, let everybody in the building know about that one. Ryan just went, oh, you can hear him all over. Not only the Massasoit Community College gym, probably the campus as well. Gomes picks up his 3rd, Manny that is, and he checks out. Nathan Farrar back in. And the Wildcats will get the basketball on the bad pass that went off the hands of Bill Donovan. Nathan Farrar, offensive foul, and a legal pick. Eddie Miller picked it up. Nathan knew it. As soon as the whistle blew, he just clutched his head as if to say, shoot. And the Wildcats of Weymouth High will get the ball back. Sean Timlin just gunned one for the corner, looking for somebody there, and found no one. Sean Murphy into the game with 8:43 left. 32-30 Weymouth. John Stanford in a little bit of trouble. Help from Richie Gomes. Richie trying to go around and go baseline, and Greg Lovely cut him off with a foul. 5-team fouls apiece. 2 on Greg Lovely. Richie Gomes gets the inbounds pass and ends up with it in not the most clean fashion. Derek Penora turnaround. He's got 6 in the ball game. That was a nice job by Derek, who just turned and just knocked it in. 34-30 Wildcat drought comes to an end. Bill Donovan partially tipped. Derek Penora with the basketball. Well, 2 Wildcats were there to get their hands on the ball. Richie Gomes, good feed, Anzalone. Richie Gomes saw how the defense was just lining up against him, just flashed to the hoop and dished it off at the last moment to Anzalone for the basket. 36-30 Wildcats, 4 straight. Donovan over Anzalone, doesn't get it. Rebound O'Malley. Timlin